Hello, dear Sustenarians. Happy New Year! You are welcome to this adorable channel. If you are a new subscriber, then I welcome you to Sustenary Energia. If you are an oldie, then you're welcome once more to this very interesting episode. Just like many other episodes, we talk about energy, natural resources, and sustainable development law. Presenting to you today, of course, is Barrister Egbe Eyongakumbe. So this is my field of expertise, and I can't wait to always bring something refreshing and sweet to you all the time. So in today's episode, I want to go on with a topic that is going to profit you who loves to know about natural resources, and I who doesn't mind dishing out the awareness, because motherland needs to know. Knowledge is power. So let's get to know about our natural resources. So in today's episode, I want to talk about factors which have influenced the fluctuation in the quantity of crude oil produced per day. Now, in some former episodes in 2025, we had earlier on announced that we were going to be focusing on crude oil in Nigeria. As such, we had started talking about crude oil in Nigeria already. We had talked about the different companies that were concentrated there. We mentioned how they all gathered there because the quality of crude oil in Nigeria seemed to be superb. We even made mention of the fact that Nigeria's sweetest, best, most exotic crude oil was the Bonny Light oil. Maybe we didn't mention this, but I'm saying it now. We also want to talk about the crude oil of Malaysia, always also having a very good quantity, and we call it Tapis oil. Today, what is of interest to our group is the production business as far as this hydrocarbon is concerned. Now, in the production business, every drop of oil produced is measured at the end of the day. As the quantity produced is recorded at the end of the day. Now, that is how we got to know that Nigeria produces 1.9 million barrels per day. That's as at 2025, specifically in the month of July. Now, it will interest you to know that it hasn't always been that figure. In fact, it actually moved from 1.9 million barrels, which was the figure sometime in 2019. It was steady from 2015 to 2019, 1.9 million barrels. Then sometime in July 2025, boom, it scaled up, went to 2.1 million barrels per day. Now, in today's episode, I want us to know what happened. I want us to know the factors which influence this increase. What particular factors are responsible for the fluctuation? Yes, there has been an increase as far as the charts or the statistics we got is concerned, but there's a reason for it. Now, Nigeria has been facing a lot of problems which have to do with oil theft. This means that the pipelines, let's say this is a pipe transporting oil, the pipeline is vandalized, that's broken at some point, and then crude oil will be gushing out just like blood. Now, it is called theft because I really say theft because the person who comes to burst that pipeline is not the company, the same company or multinational company that is actually carrying out extraction from the source. This means that when that pipeline is destroyed or burst so that they can collect some of the crude oil midway before it gets to its final destination, then the company extracting will actually suffer a loss because they will be collecting very little, or they won't collect quite as much as they ought to have at the end of their extraction. So this is called what? Oil theft. So there has been a successful effort by the Nigerian government to protect against oil theft. This means they have placed some security agents along the pipeline and have taken other measures to ensure that these pipelines are not vandalized. So that is the first factor we viewed as being responsible for an increase in the production of crude oil, because yes, it's extracted, and also the same amount extracted will get to its final destination. So that's an increase. So the next factor we'll see now is, because there has been a successful control of the theft, something must have happened. What exactly is that thing? Now, the multinational companies abroad are interested in extracting oil because that is what they want to do in the host country, in this case Nigeria. Now, because there has been successful effort against oil theft, consequently the number of multinational companies coming into Nigeria just to extract or to carry out the production process will definitely increase, because this means that they are sure that whatever money they pump into this activity, they are going to recover very, very bountifully. So increased investments, because most of these multinational companies, being encouraged, now flock in to invest in the business. That's the second point. And now crown it all, we have improved market confidence. Now, why is there an improved market confidence? Improved market confidence goes a long way to also explain why there's an increase in the number of investors. In the particular point I elaborated upon before this one, I made mention of increased investment. It will interest you to know that this investment actually also increases because there's an improved market confidence. This means that the investor or the multinational company is so certain and has this calmness of mind that if I put in my money, I am going to recover bountifully. Why is that? Because there has been a very, very lovely alteration in government policies and government reforms. They have been reviewed and they have been made to look so mouth-watering, and they actually are mouth-watering. The opportunities, the advantages are a lot more favorable to the common investor, thereby attracting them into Nigeria to come and invest in this business. So today we have gotten to know about the three factors which are responsible for increase in the production of crude oil per day. So increase in the quantity of barrels of crude oil produced by Nigeria per day. So quickly I'll run through them again. Successful effort against theft of oil, that's SEAT. Increased investment, that's I to the power 2. And lastly, we have what? IMC, which is improved market confidence. Now, improved market confidence, we said, has to do with better reforms and also better government policies. So this brings us to the very lovely end of the factors responsible for the increase in the quantity of hydrocarbons produced per day. Hydrocarbons, barrels of hydrocarbon produced per day. Don't always forget, because hydrocarbons doesn't just land like that. It is measured and it is measured in barrels. So that's it. So I hope that this topic is something that you've understood, because Yes, oh, there's been an improvement in the quality or in the quantity of crude oil. The question is why? And today you got to know the why. So I hope that I'll meet you in my very next episode. Hail and happy, Barrister Egbe, your very, very loyal person in the field. Have a wonderful day. Bye.